Hi, Lee Phillips here. I'm in my Hawaiian shirt. We're going to do something a little different today. Yeah, I'm a lawyer, but a big chunk of my income over the years has been through public speaking. I go to the National Convention of Pet Store Owners and neuroscientists and dentists and architects, and I talk about asset protection and taxes and doing business investments, doing real estate investments, how to run your little business. And by the way, I'm a really good speaker. I do 90 minutes, 2 hours, half day, 2 days. I usually do 3 days, and I teach the lawyers how to do it in their continuing education. But that means I've gotten on an airplane before. Like I'm just going over 5 million miles with Delta Airlines alone. So I've been around the block, and I've been asked to give a couple of observations. One, get the credit card that your airline, Delta happens to be an American Express Reserve card, they call it, and get that one. It will give you miles on the airlines, and it should give you some privileges too. For example, Delta, the Reserve card will give you a bag free. And you get the miles, and it goes towards your status in some situations. The Delta Reserve card will get you into the club room, their fancy room where you eat the dinners before you go on the airplane. I think you get in 15 times a year on the Reserve card. Now, the Reserve card, in this case, is $500-600, but it gives you one companion ticket a year. And so you make it back. And I've been doing this for many years, and I think I make it back on the companion ticket. It will also pay for your TSA. That's $85 for 5 years, I think it is. Go down and get the TSA. That's the Transportation Security Administration, and you get in the faster line. And the main advantage is you don't have to undress when you get up to the scanners. And you just throw your bag on. You don't have to worry about separating the liquids and the computer and all of that stuff. Keep your shoes on. So I think it's worth it to get the TSA. It's saved me a ton of time over the years. $85 for 5 years isn't bad, but in this case, the credit card will pay for it. In fact, the credit card will pay for the clear. $250 or whatever it is. I don't have Clear. I've watched them. Yeah, it may be a little better than TSA, but I just haven't bothered to do it yet. Probably should. So get that so that you can get through security faster, and it does make a difference there. By the way, when you go to the TSA, you have to make an appointment, and if you go to one of the bigger TSA offices, it's going to take maybe an hour or 2 or 3. I think my wife spent like 3 hours waiting and had to go 3 times. This is back COVID, and it wasn't quite as convenient then. But your little city, a lot of little cities have TSA offices. They're only open on Thursday between 3 and 5. But they're just more than happy to see you. They never see nobody's. And you can walk right in, get your TSA filled out, your fingers printed and all that garbage. They've already got your fingers printed. So don't worry about giving them. This isn't a privacy issue. So do that. I think it helps substantially. I want to talk about going overseas. If you're going overseas, you will have an American Express card. Don't leave home without it. The problem is, in every country except the United States, you pay for your medical expenses up front before they'll let you in the hospital. I have had friends die in Mexico on the street in front of the hospital, and they don't give a damn. Until you pay them, you don't get in. The American Express card will guarantee your medical expenses in a foreign country. So you always carry an American Express card. You need to see if your card, your credit card, will help you on the rental auto insurance. American Express does. I think most of them do. See what that deal is. And I don't get the insurance on the cars because I actually carry a special insurance policy. It's through Travelers, and it insures me anywhere in the world in a rental car. So I pay an extra $200 a year or something for this add-on and get that insurance. But your standard automobile insurance should cover you in the rental car. If you get the American Express card or somebody else that helps you, what they will do is they will pay the deductible and whatever the credit card, whatever the insurance company doesn't pick up. So make sure you've got a credit card which will cover you in the rental car. Rental cars are getting weird these days. You've got 69 different choices of rental agencies. Stick to the big boys, the Hertz, the Avis, National, Dollar, Alamo, Thrifty. I think that's about it. But in Florida, for example, there are 10 other agencies that'll rent you the car in Orlando. The problem is, and I suspect it's going this way nationally, these little agencies don't own the cars. The cars are literally purchased and licensed and everything through another company. In order to make money, this other company demands that they sell you an insurance policy and a toll tag for $30 a day. So that's the way they're making their money, and they're making enough to pay for the cars. So yes, it's only $10 or $8 a day for this cheapo rental car. But by the time you add in the insurance at $30 a day and the toll pass at $30 a day, you're more expensive than you were with the big boys. The system is you have to have 10,000 cars on site. Otherwise, in Florida anyway, this company will own all the cars. So watch that. You always carry your insurance because all of these companies will ask to see your insurance. If you say, no, I want to waive the insurance, they'll say, okay, who are you insured with? Prove it. And so you need a copy of your current insurance for the automobile to get the car rental. Now, you do not need to rent a toll tag. I was in Oklahoma a little while ago and went up into Missouri. And you go up 44, I've always stopped and paid the toll. You drive off and you pay the guy in the booth, no more. You go through at 80 miles an hour and it takes a picture of your license plate. You then have to register that car, the rental car, from such and such a date at 5 p.m. to such and such a date at 3 p.m. And any tolls that come in during that period, you can see. And then you use your credit card and you pay off those tolls. So that's the way it's going. We need a national toll tag that'll let you go anywhere, but that's not what they're doing. So watch the tolls. You do not need a toll tag. They will hit you by plate, but you do have to go to the Sun Pass, or I forget what it was, in Oklahoma, and you register the car during that period, and then they will show you the tolls that you rack up, and you pay those with your credit card. Seems to have worked. It's been a month, and I haven't seen any problem with it yet, so I think we're okay there. Discount Airlines, Breeze, Allegiant, all of those sort of guys. For my little city, they're doing directs, a lot of directs, and it works pretty good. I can't do it because I've got to be there now to speak today, and I have to be leaving tomorrow, and I have to be at the next place. So I can't do that, but the family's using these discount airlines. You can't take any luggage on, or it's $80 a bag if you check something. So you wear all your clothes and you take a little duffel bag, a backpack, and you can get on and off these cheapo flights, and They're cheap, and yeah, they're not 100% reliable, but frankly, I think they're as reliable as Southwest or United or American. You can tell I'm a Delta guy, but they have the best schedule by far. They're pretty on time. So carry the card, get the extra insurance. I have tons of insurance. We can talk about insurance someday. I love insurance companies. You got to make sure you're getting what you think you're getting, but get good insurance, get a good credit card, and that's about all I'm thinking of at the moment. Traveling is an issue. Oh, one more thing. In 6-7 million miles that I've done, I've never intentionally done an overnight. I had two friends early on. They'd take the overnights, and we were flying. I mean, I've actually flown 69,000 actual miles in a month. That's a lot of flying, guys. And they were doing the red eyes and everything. Two of my friends had nervous breakdowns, and it destroyed them for their life. They never recovered. So I have never done an overnight fly. I mean, you get the 7 o'clock or the 6 o'clock, that means you got to get up at 2 a.m. to get to the airport to catch the 6 o'clock flight. I don't do 6 o'clock flights. I don't do anything before 9 o'clock, and I don't do anything after 6 o'clock at night. If you're on the last flight out, I will guarantee it's going to be late. They're going to wait for all the other guys to get there. And you've got the whole day of everything going wrong with this flight pattern. So the later in the day the flight is, the more likely it is to be screwed up. So stick to the middle of the day. Whenever you can, take a direct flight. Don't connect if you ever can help it, because that just gives you another chance of being screwed up with an airplane that's not there. Stay out of Newark, New Jersey, yes, that's right, LaGuardia, and JFK. 80% of all delays originate from one of those three airports. The problem is, one, they're not efficient, and two, the airspace over that corridor in the east is so crowded that they can't get the flights in that they have scheduled. There's airspace, it's military airspace, and they won't let the commercials use it at all. So you're guaranteed to get screwed up if you go to those airports. Never connect through JFK if you can connect through Minneapolis, or even if you can connect through Dallas. Now, in the summer, you're going to stay to the north, go through Minneapolis. In the winter, you go through Atlanta or Dallas, Fort Worth. So you stay out of where the weather problems are. In the summer, you get the storms and thunderstorms and stuff down in Texas. Not nearly as many up in Minneapolis, even Chicago. I avoid Chicago if I can. Chicago's a nightmare these days. It's turned into a homeless camp. So, and you've got American and United that are both there, and they both have problems. So pick your airports, travel as well as you can. Traveling is tough these days, no question about it. Hopefully a couple of these tips have helped you out. Share it with your friends and that are traveling a lot, and give us the like and subscribe and all of that sort of good garbage. We'll see you next time.